Once again, welcome back to Crypto Tarot. On today's video, I would like to talk about Crypto.com and how it will be performing. But firstly, once again, thank you for watching my previous videos and even subscribing to the channel down below. So if you like the content, do not forget to subscribe and I will start right away. So let's take a look at Crypto.com compared to Bitcoin on the daily time frame. And what we are seeing over here is that we saw a major run up towards the upside, and afterwards we have been trading sideways for a while now. We have been trading in between these lines and we did not drop further below this level over here. It served as a major level of support, so for sure this is a major level of support where we're currently trading above. And yes, what you could see as well is once the strength compared to Bitcoin increases, also the volume of Crypto.com, as you could see over here, would be towards the upside. And once we go towards the downside, the volume does not confirm the trend completely. Well, at this part it does, but if you take a look at this part over here, you see not that much volume actually being traded. So for sure people are holding their Crypto.com, and once we see a major peak towards the upside in the volume levels, we will see the price action of Crypto.com once again break out towards the upside. So let's enable the EMA ribbon. What we're seeing over here is that for the very first time we are once again able to break above the EMA ribbon, not get rejected by it, and finding support on top of it. And if the EMA ribbon has a crossover and the longs take over the shorts, we will for sure see a major move towards the upside getting created. So this is also why I would like to enable the MACD to take a look at what could possibly be happening. And what we're seeing over here, that there's a crossover actually appeared several days ago, and I personally think that if we see a major momentum towards the upside getting created on the daily time frame, as we saw previously towards the downside, there was a momentum from the 19th of April towards the 13th of May. This entire momentum was towards the downside. It was almost 1 month of downward momentum. If we see a month of upward momentum, the price action of Crypto.com will for sure be towards the upside. And what are we seeing as well on this chart? What I personally think is very clear over here is this parallel channel that you can draw over here. If you place this like this and all the way to here, and yes, we see these candles breaking out below this major level of support, but I did this on purpose because we saw that we found several times support on top of this level before, and also we got right away back up and found support on top of these levels. So I personally think this is a major level of support what you would like to take a look at for sure. So if we take a look at the MACD, I personally think that we will be retesting this horizontal level of resistance on the upper part for sure during the upcoming weeks compared to Bitcoin. And let's say if we break out towards the up or towards the downside, where it will be heading towards. So I will be measuring this parallel channel by placing the trend line from the horizontal level of resistance towards the horizontal level of support down below. I will be selecting the measurement and placing it over here. So this possible move towards the upside, it would be a move of approximately, let's take a look, 28% compared to Bitcoin. And that would mean that we will be also able to find support on top of this level of resistance at 0.00004 Bitcoin. So that would be an amazing move towards the upside for sure. And if we break out towards the downside, it would be a move all the way towards this level over here, where we found previous support as well. So I personally think it is very likely that if we break out towards the downside, that we will be supported at these levels over here. But I do not think this will be happening, especially because we saw the crossover on the MACD already happened several days ago. And if we enable the moving averages, we are also trading above the 50-day moving average, still below the 100-day moving average. But if we break out above the 100-day moving average and we see a crossover of these two moving averages, for sure we will see upward momentum getting started, even more upward momentum as we saw on the MACD. And this is something very important to take a look at what it will be doing. So let's get further into the price action of Crypto.com compared to the US dollar. But before doing so, do not forget that if you are interested in trading with cryptocurrencies, you can use the links down below in the description for the top 4 trading exchanges On Femex, you can earn up to $2,000 sign-up bonus, and on Bybit, you can earn up to $1,610 deposit bonus. Also, if you're interested in, for sure, spot trading, do not forget that on the Gate.io, you can trade with 736 different types of cryptocurrencies, and that is just very useful if you do not want to be transferring each time all your crypto assets to different types of exchanges. So very, very useful, a platform with a lot of different types of cryptocurrencies just at one certain place. So that's something I wanted to show you, and if you're liking the content so far, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below as well. And let's get started at the price action of crypto.com compared to the US dollar. And what you're seeing over here, I will be heading towards the 4-hourly time frame, where I have already drawn this ascending triangle towards the upside. You see that this ascending support line and this horizontal level of resistance are forming this ascending triangle, and these triangles tend to break out towards the upside. And what we are seeing on the 4-hourly time frame is that also over here we are finding support on top of the 50-day moving average, and if we find support on top of the 100-day moving average and we see a crossover of these two, we will for sure see momentum towards the upside getting started, and we might also break above the 200-day moving average that is all the way up here. So that's something very interesting to take a look at as well. I will be disabling the moving averages, and I would like to measure for you these major breakout towards the up or downside. So yes, a lot of people might say the previous momentum before this ascending triangle was for sure towards the downside. So it is very possible and very likely that we will be seeing a breakout towards the downside instead of towards the upside getting started, due to this major momentum towards the downside, especially before this triangle was created. But these triangles tend to break out towards the upside. So let's say it might be breaking out towards the upside instead of towards the downside. If this happens, we would be seeing a major move towards the upside getting created all the way towards the $0.18. And if it breaks out towards the downside, we would be seeing a breakout to approximately 0.08 cents. So that would be a major drop towards the downside. And if you are interested in the percentages, I will be measuring it for you. It is a major move of approximately 35% towards the up or towards the downside. And if we break towards the upside, we will be heading towards the $1.18, and towards the downside towards the 0. If we break out towards the upside, we will be heading towards the 0.18 cents, and otherwise we will be heading towards the 0.08 cents. For sure, also this level will be serving as a major level of support at approximately 0.08 cents. It's very interesting to take a look at this, and I personally think that if this breakout occurs towards the downside, we will be heading towards that level. But for sure, if the price action is towards the upside, we will be heading towards the 0.18 cent level, and I personally think that once this breakout occurs, we will be finding support on top of this level at approximately 17 cents. But if this level does not hold strong, we will be for sure finding support on top of the orange box at 16 cents, especially because if you take a look at previous data, you see that this was a major level of support and resistance previously on the chart. So very important to take a look at. So this is something I wanted for sure to take a look at with you. And lastly, I wanted to enable the RSI. And what we are seeing over here on the RSI is actually nothing out of the ordinary. We are seeing a lower high on the chart. We are seeing a same high on the RSI. We are seeing a higher low getting created and also a higher low on the RSI. So for sure, this is very interesting to take a look at. Yes, we are in the middle of the purple area, and if we see even more momentum towards the upside, we will eventually break out above the dotted line. And for sure, I personally think that this will occur once we retest this horizontal level of resistance. We might get rejected by it, but I personally think this level of upward sloping support of this symmetrical triangle will be holding strong. And what I wanted to show you lastly was that we are not just inside of this amazing ascending triangle. It is also for the very first time that Crypto.com actually broke their trend line towards the downside, and we saw that Crypto.com was able to break above this downward sloping resistance, and actually, if you remove this line, finding almost support on top of it, if you place it this way, it found support on top of it. So for sure, very interesting to take a look at this part, because what we're seeing over here is for the very first time we're seeing that Crypto.com is not getting rejected by this downward sloping resistance and is finding support on top of it. So for sure, this is a trend reversal indicator, and I think it is of utmost importance to see how this pattern will play itself out. And I'm talking for sure about the symmetrical triangle that I showed you before. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like the content so far, do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It will be highly appreciated. Thank you very much and have a nice day.